This is my first live feed in a while. I'm really trying to wrap up Mahitable. Yesterday I talked about why I haven't really been online or making videos. I talked a little bit about it, tried to stay vague enough where, tried to stay vague because I could kind of go on and on about the avalanche that is my life. But today I'm really trying to wrap up Mahitable. I did the edges of it as I talked about yesterday, my last video. I did the edges, or at least I got them ready to finish them, and that's prompted me to work in new and other colors and to see the background, this upholstery piece in a new light. So I've been working on some of the, vaguely working on embroidery that could be there. But what I had done the first 5,000 hours I spent on getting this accomplished, I used a lot of color, and the color was fine. The color was just fine. But now I'm going back in with a spring green and kind of touching up here and there, which you can probably see. And it's made Mahitable pop. It's made the parts of the background pop a little bit, and it's pulling together. So today, but right now, the thing that has been killing me is her face. Her face has been right, it's been not right, and now it's almost right, but it's still, she's still kind of derailed. She's still not right. And it's not really fitting with the rest of the body. So I'm going to do the best I can. I want to get this, I just want to get her wrapped up today. This painting is supposed to be in North Carolina. The people who own it are being incredibly patient and kind. And so I just, I want to get this wrapped up. So I'm going to be doing that on camera, on YouTube, live on YouTube, doing the best I can anyway. And normally I have either NPR or an audio book going in the background. I have to listen to things. I have to keep my head distracted so I can not pay attention to what I'm doing and have it work out, or I get all worked up and filled with anxiety. But a few weeks ago, one of my videos got blocked. And it got blocked because I was listening to WGBH, Boston Public Radio. I love Boston Public Radio with Jim Braude and Marjorie Egan. I had it playing, and in the middle of their show, at some point they played a Hanson song. They played Bop from the 90s. And so some company that owns the rights to it blocked my video and was threatening to sue because of copyright infringement. It's not something that occurred to me that through a third party, I could possibly be in trouble. So with every video, every time I do an audio, I hold up the book and I talk about it and mention the author and blah, blah. But because, Bugsy, stop that. So, but this time because I didn't know they were going to play Hanson, and then I didn't follow up with, oh, that was Hanson on WGBH, Boston Public Radio, my video has been yanked and now it can't be seen. It's okay. It's another one where I dropped everything and a painting fell on my head and it was a disastrous day. But because of that, I'm going to turn on my radio, but I'm going to put my headphones in. So there'll be absolutely no noise other than the air conditioner and Bugsy licking his bottom that you'll hear. I'm sorry about that. I like keeping company, but I don't want my channel to get yanked, which is something that has been... Oh, here it is. YouTube has kind of threatened me with, or they've notified me that my channel can be yanked for, if I violate copyright infringement, even through a third party. So this is going to be going on in my head, but the point is for everybody to have a studio mate. So I'm going to be here working. I'm going to be resolving issues with her face and trying really hard to tie this thing up, tie Mahitable up. I'm super excited about the backgrounds. I do have to do something down below here, but it's her face. She's not matching up with the rest of her body, and we got to do that before it can go. All right. That's it. End of spiel. Putting my headphones in. I'm going to get my brushes, too. God, I hope I can figure this out. It's driving me crazy. can't stand her voice. Jesus. So I'm still running into issues that I was running into before. They're construction issues. And I can't figure out what I'm doing wrong. What am I not seeing here? I'm going to keep going anyway. Eventually I'll hit it. You can hear the air conditioner running in the background, I'm sorry, but it's 90 degrees and I'm not baking to death. Once again, I'm not sharing anything I'm listening to because I got hit. What is it? YouTube took down one of my videos saying I violated copyright infringement when I was playing a radio station and they played Hanson in their commercial break. So I have something playing in my ear, but I cannot stand the speaker's voice right now, so it's come out of my ear. Anyway, that's what's going on. I'm trying desperately to fucking figure out this face. And now I'm avoiding this woman's voice. And I don't want to because it helps me think. It talks like this. And it's really hard to listen to. Ugh. Like your dog's so cute. Oh my God, cut it out. My phone's on the fritz. Ah. Alright, so I kind of resolved the face. Actually, it happened in just a few brush strokes, which happens all the time. You can work on something for days or weeks or months in this instance and obsess and, you know, wake up in the middle of the night and think you've gotten it done and you really haven't, or at least that's how I go, and get upset over it, as I did a few minutes ago. But then in just a few brush strokes, I was able to, well, let me shut the AC on, resolve several issues. And now she's got complexity and a darkness, but also I feel that she draws people in. I don't like the fact that her approach to the viewer is quite so drastic. I don't like that her look is not neutral. I prefer the neutral Mona Lisa style, where you can't tell if she's smiling or not. So I may goof around with that. But on the whole, the bigger issues of where she went from, you know, and it's closer, I don't know, where she went from too big eyes to cross-eyed, which was killing me. And that was a major, that went on for a long time, the cross-eyed thing, to too dark when I tried to shadow her eyes and mimic paintings like this. But now she's got a different quality, more of a very European quality. I think not quite a however you say his name, Egon something. Not quite, but fairly German in feel. Somewhat expressionist, but not quite. I think she's reached different depths that I was really hoping for, and she's complicated. And that's what I want to give my the owners of Mahitable, is something that will compel them to be interested in it for years to come. I believe I just found it, and it's pretty exciting. So now I've got to go in, make sure that her face it feels attached to her torso, which sounds a little odd, but we've gone through those stages too, where it felt like her head was detached. But make sure that she's fully balanced all the way across. I have turned her upside down several times and sideways, so I know we're there. It's just I've really got to make sure that the colors that are reflected down in her little toes, or her little, her shoes way down at the end of the canvas, and the colors that are throughout her, the torso, the tattoos on her legs and up, they are balanced, they are there, and that her face ties in fully with the rest of her body. One thing I really enjoy is it seems that her legs are twisted just a tad bit. So it adds a little bit of drama and plays with the viewer's head just a tiny bit. I really enjoy it. But on the whole, I believe we are there. I'm just gonna do something down here because it's really important to me that every inch of the canvas, every inch of the canvas has its own painting in it. A number of years ago, a collector or someone who loves my work said to me, what I enjoy is I can take a picture of your work, cut out an inch, anywhere in the canvas, blow it up, and I've got a completely balanced painting within that inch. So I've really kept that in mind, although I was apparently doing it without knowing I was doing it. I've really kept that in mind ever since. So I've got to go in now, fully develop this a little bit more fully with abstract shape, this side with a little bit more abstract shapes, and then I'm just going to put a couple of little doodads in here. Then I'm going to take it outside again, let it dry a little bit, take it outside again, and look, because when I took it outside last weekend to do the edging, I noticed some parts of this were flat, and not flat in an interesting way, but flat in a weird what happened there, did you forget about it way. And so I want to make sure that nothing feels or looks flat, and that it all pulls together. Anyway, before I do all that, I have to eat some lunch because I'm starving. But there's a studio mate in another state that you can work with. You can have me just by your side. Again, I had the AC going because it's 90 degrees today, and I had to have my headphones in instead of playing an audiobook or playing the radio because YouTube pulled a video of mine. I was listening to WGBH in Boston Public Radio, Jim Brady and Marjorie Egan, and as a hub bumper they played Hanson's Mbop. Whoever owns the property rights to Mbop got a hold of YouTube, threatened to sue me, and pulled my video. So my video was pulled, or I end up in court. So if I challenge it, and I could be sued for something like $100,000 for roughly 17 seconds of a song that no one gives a crap about anymore, except for whoever owns the rights to it. And GBH didn't credit them. So anyway, that's the thingamabob. That's the doody-do. I am going to go get something to eat, and then I'll probably be back on in a little bit, because I got to take off at 4 o'clock. I'm going to a friend's house, where we're going to have dinners, which will be nice. I'm going to eat lunch and then have dinner. Sounds kind of piggy. Anyway, ciao.